Hello students, welcome to the video lecture session of industrial drives and applications. Okay, today I am discussing under model 2 determination of motor ratings. Determination of motor ratings. Okay, this bit is falls under model 2. From the point of view of calculation of motor rating, various duty cycles described can be broadly classified as. So in the point of view of calculation of motor rating or motor rating calculation, here we are broadly classified as continuous duty, fluctuating loads, short time and intermediate duty. Okay, let us have a discussion about this. Continuous duty is maximum continuous power demand of the load is a certain. Okay, a motor with next higher power rating from commercial available rating is selected. Obviously, motor speed should also match loads speed requirements. So here there will be a no certain, so that maximum continuous power demand. Okay, which means what? The motor it will be runs continuously. It is not intermediate or short time. So last class, as I discussed, okay, there will be different duties. A short time means the motor will be turned on, and there will be a rest period, and again loading period. Okay, and intermediate means motor it will be turned on and load is removed, and next again loading period. Okay, as last class already I have discussed, right? Here for continuous motor ratings, next higher which one is available. For example, 2 kilowatt I required. If 2.5 kilowatt is there motor, that it will be selected for continuous duty purpose. It is also necessary to check whether motor can fulfill starting torque requirement. This is also very important. Here when you are drying the motor, means you are starting the motor, what it is there, it should fulfill the starting torque, because in industrial what it will be there will be a belt loads or some other loads are available in the motor, so that it's required little more torque to start. Okay, it should be fulfilled and can continue to drive load in the face of normal disturbance in power supply systems. The latter is generally assured by the transient and steady state reserve torque capacity of the motor. Okay. Now, here the motor loss P1, for an example, here the equivalent, I will take pen, the equivalent circuit torque and power method for fluctuating and intermediate loads. Okay, I repeat here, we are going to derive your equation of uh, torque and power method for fluctuating and intermediate load. Torque and power method. Okay, let motor losses P1 consist of two components. Okay, constant loss PC, which is independent of load. Okay, and consists of core loss and friction loss. Okay, and loss dependent copper loss. Okay, thus for a fluctuating load, that a figure I will show you, consisting of n values of motor currents I1, I2, I3. Okay, till In for the duration T1, T2 till Tn. Okay, I will show the graph, it will be more clear, so that we are finding here with the help of this I equivalent. Okay, I equivalent, I will show you here the graph. You can see here this is the current I1, duration of T1. Similarly, again loading may occur, so that current it will be increases I2 time T2. Load is removed, here you can see I3 current and T3 time. Like that it will be go still In current and Tn time. I hope it is clear. and this load diagram of fluctuating loads, okay, it will be taken in this one. It will current, it will be taken here. You can see here, current it will be decreases in this area, t3 times, so that current will be decreased. Again current will be increasing t4, so t4 it will be drawn, like that it will be converted. Okay, now I hope it is clear. I repeat here, t1 current, t1 time, the duration of the load period t1 is current, it will be I1, current I2 time t2, okay, till like that in tn. Now we know the loss is I square R loss, total loss is PC. PC means what? Just now I explained here. You can see P1 consists of two components. Just I repeat here, P1 consists of two components, constant loss PC. Okay, constant loss PC means what? Which is independent of load. There will be a constant loss, okay, which is independent of load. Load dependent is I square R loss, that is copper loss. Okay, so here the independent of load means constant loss. Which are the constant loss? Core loss and friction loss. I repeat here, constant loss are core loss and friction loss, whereas load dependent loss is called copper loss. Okay, here coming to this is equation we will get here, constant loss plus I square R. I square R loss is load dependent loss. Why it is called load dependent? Because current will be increasing and decreasing, hence it is called variable or load dependent torque. And this is friction, iron loss and friction, it is constant, it is not dependent on load. Let us, the equation we will derive from the graph. PC plus I square R, equivalent is mentioned. In the first case what it is there? I1 is there. I will show you here, PC plus I1 square R into T1, where T1 is the duration of the time and I1 is the current at the time of T1, duration of time. Okay, R is the resistance of the winding. Okay, so similarly you have to go for PC plus I2 square R till where we are taken n you are taken, right? In is the last, I will show you here. Here you can see I1 we are taken here, I1, I2, I3 till in, current, and time is Tn. So our equation is constant loss plus variable loss I square equivalent I square R. So this I am obtaining, constant plus I square equivalent R. Here you will obtain this. Okay, PC plus in square R into Tn. Okay, divided by all the times T1 plus T2 plus till Tn. Okay, so in this equation what it is there? PC is constant, I have taken outside here. What else remains? What else remains? T1 plus T2 is remains. Okay, and here I1 square T1, okay, R I have taken outside. Okay, now I equivalent with the above equation I can found here. I equivalent is this equation. Okay, I1 square T1 plus I2 square T2 plus till in square Tn divided by T1 plus T2 plus Tn. Okay, now next this equation I will tell you here, the current varies smoothly over a period t. Okay, earlier I have discussed the current will be varies in like that, right? If the current is increased from linearly, okay, linearly it will be varies, then I equivalent current can be found using this equation. What it is? Under the root 1 by t integrating from 0 to t I square dt. Okay, so for an example, it will be linearly, it will be varying from 0 to 5 second, means I am integrating from 0 to 5. Okay, we'll solve one numeric problem on this. Okay, now I square dt represents the area between I square versus t curve, and the time x is for duration 0 to t. 0 to t, as I explained just now. What if the time it will be varies from 0 to any second, 5 second, 10 second, it will be varies 0 to 5. Okay, next is the DC motor. The this motor can be allowed to carry larger than the rated current for a short duration. This is known as short time overload capacity of a motor. The motor rating DC, it will be allowed to carry larger current. It means what? For an example, 2 kilowatt motor is there, it will be allowed extra loading, short time loading, it is not continuous loading. How much it will be is there, means normally designed DC machine is allowed up to carry 2 times the rated current. It means what? For an example, 10 amps rated current is there of the motor. The motor is designed in a such a manner that it carries 20 amps a short duration. Okay, or if you are seeing to this sentence, 3 to 3.5 times the rated current in specially designed machine, because some of the design machines which it will be carries during a short interval of time, it will be more current, it will be draws. It is please note it, it is short interval, not continuous. Okay, so how much it is? For an example, in general, 10 amps motor is there, means we can load 2 times more than the rated current. Specially designed machines 3 to 3.5. Okay, because for higher current sparking between the brushes and commutator reaches any unexpectable level, let the ratio of the maximum allowable current or short time overload current capacity to rated current by denoted by lambda. So here the ratio it will be given this equation. I want to focus on this. The lambda is greater than or equal to I max to the I rated. Okay, I rated is the rated current, I max is the we can allow more than 2 times in general. Okay, this is the information related to the overloading. Okay, I rated we can found from this I max by lambda. Induction motor also same things here also. Breakdown rated torque varies from 1.65 to 3, and for synchronous motor is 2 to 2.25. Okay, similarly we can go for short time overloading. Okay, now the torque equivalent can be found with help of this equation. Torque equivalent is equal to T1 square into T1 plus T2 square T2 till Tn. Okay, divided by the total time interval T1 plus T2 plus till Tn. Power equivalent can be found in place of torque, we have to put it P1 power. Okay, the same equation here, torque equivalent, here power equivalent. In place of torque, here we are using the power. Okay, so power 1 square t1 plus p2 p square into t2 till pn square tn divided by the operations of the times t1 plus t2 till tn. Okay, I will stop here only this session. Next, I will discuss one numeric problem so that it will be very clear. For an example, just I will tell you that how it is. In next class, I will discuss because already I have discussed all the points. Here you can see this is one numeric question. It is given. Some motor details is given. Here the operation of time it will be given. Rolling at full speed 200 rpm and at a constant torque for 10 seconds. Okay, so it means what? It means what? Here no, this one graph is plotted. Anyhow, it is motor is operating with this much load for 10 seconds. Similarly for 5 seconds and 1 second. These are the time interval t1, t2, t3, and here we will get the we will get the torque. Okay, so with help of the equation, the maximum torque rated. Okay, so different speed reversal also it will be given here for 5 seconds. Okay, this numeric problem I will solve in the next video lecture. Okay, thank you. I will conclude this today. I will conclude this video lecture session. Okay, thank you one and all.